Hi everyone, and welcome. Today I'm going to be speaking about how you can build your event photography portfolio when you have no clients, you don't know anybody, and how you can start building up that portfolio so you can start getting paid jobs. So, when I got to Brussels and started my photography business, I didn't know anybody. I had basically no networks or acquaintances that could lead me to having a photo shoot or anything. So it was very difficult for me at the beginning to start building my portfolio. So I had this idea, and I'm not saying it's my idea, but it occurred to me at that moment to actually contact no profit local associations that were supporting causes that were close to me. Um, and so by doing that, what I wanted was to offer my photography skills for free to these organizations so I could take photos for them and help them increasing awareness and help them with their marketing and visual communications. And by doing that, I was able to put myself in a position where several opportunities were presented to me and I could take photos for them. Okay, so by doing that, I managed to build a portfolio, and I could use that later on to get paid jobs. So that's in a nutshell. But if you want to hear more details, this is what happened. I got here, I didn't know anybody, and there were several associations in Brussels that were very interesting to me and that I wanted to start working with. Okay, so what I did was that I sent them a message saying, "Hey, I'm here, I'm Danny, and I am a photographer, and I would like to offer you my photography skills because I take photos, even though I didn't have a lot of experience." I told them that I was interested in taking photos for them for free, so as a volunteer, so I could get some experience and build up my portfolio. So the key point for this first part was that I contacted several associations. Not all of them replied positively, as in not all of them had the need for a photographer, but some did, and I started working with them. Okay, it wasn't immediate, and I had to meet them face to face, and I had to explain my reasoning behind doing all this and why I wanted to share my photography skills with them and what I wanted to accomplish with this as well. So I was just very honest and genuine in the way that I presented myself. So I told them, listen, I am new here in the city and I'm looking for new opportunities so I can take photos and at the same time provide these photos to organizations like yourself, like your organization, that I can bring value to them with my photography so that you can increase your engagement and your awareness in your audience through my photos. Okay, so I started working with a couple of local organizations, and what happens is that most institutions, associations in general, even private companies, they have a lot of events going on throughout the year. We can name a few is the General Assembly. Many institutions need to have a General Assembly and they enjoy taking photos because it's a moment in which many members come together and talk about the numbers and the goals and the things that they have accomplished throughout the year. So it's a very important moment in which you, as a photographer, could take photos. And this is kind of like a corporate event. So if you're into this type of event photography, definitely contact some of the local organizations and ask them to document their general assemblies, for example. Of course, they might have some restrictions on the photos that you can use or not. So it's very important that you're clear with them and you tell them what is the purpose for you, why are you taking these photos, because you obviously want to use those photos to promote your work as well later on. So you need to have an agreement with them in which they are aware that you're going to be using those photos in your portfolio in the future. So you don't have any bitter surprises along the way. So once everything is clear for them and you lay down your cards and you tell them what you want to do, it should be easier to get in touch to start working with these organizations. Okay. So another thing that I started doing, of course, is whenever I had a shooting, an event, or anything that I would do for these organizations, I would prepare as much as possible. Okay, and why is this important? Because I needed to have good photos, very good photos, not only for them because I was supporting them with my photos, but also for me. So the idea is that you take photos for them that are very valuable. They don't want just whatever photos. Of course, they're not gonna be super demanding about the quality of the photos, and you're also starting, so maybe it's not super important this amazing quality. But at the same time, you can do your best. You can do your best to provide the best possible photos that you can make at that moment with the gear that you have, with the knowledge that you have, with the expertise that you have. So you can, what I did is go online, look for some tutorials or on how you can improve your photography, and dig into those event photography tutorials that are around online. There are many, there are plenty, and you can have an idea of what are the type of photos they might require for a general assembly, for example, or for a members meeting, or for a racing event, racing money event. And once you grasp how you have to do these photos, or so you are at the expectations, then not only you're helping them, because then they can do a lot of communications around that event because of you, but you're also gonna get great photos for your portfolio. Okay, so again, key aspects here, key takeaways is contact local organizations that are close to you in their cause, in what they do. So you're passionate about what they do, and you really want to help them. So this is a great way to help them. Another takeaway is be honest and genuine about why you're helping them. They want to know. Nobody likes being fooled by somebody trying to take advantage, right? So be honest and tell them, listen, I wanna take photos to increase my portfolio or to make my portfolio. Is that okay with you? Can I publish these photos online? Let me know if there's any problem whatsoever. Okay, so that's the second takeaway. Third takeaway is by doing this type of activity, you're helping an organization that you like a lot. That's the whole point, and because of that, they're gonna start hopefully increasing their awareness and maybe attracting new members and getting new donations because of you. So that's fantastic. I love that. And indeed, I've been working for more than 6 years with one of the organizations I contacted at the very beginning, and I'm very proud to say that I'm working still with them. If you're curious, their name is Missing Children Europe, and they do a fantastic work raising awareness about missing children in Europe. Okay, I'm gonna put the link to their website on the description, so you can check what they do, and you will see many of my photos there as well. And of course, the last takeaway that I can say is that you're gonna get a portfolio. You're gonna get a nice event portfolio for you to sell your work and promote your work, so you can start getting paid jobs based on what you already did. Okay, so I think that's it, and I hope you have gotten value out of this video and that it helps you creating your own event portfolio. And to be honest, you can apply this to many other types of photography. It's not about just events, it's about others, how you can start building up a portfolio if you don't know anybody. Of course, another consequence is that you're gonna start attracting people to your photography, because these organizations are gonna know you and they're gonna start perhaps recommending your name to other people. But that might come, that might not come. For me, that was not the required what I wanted. For me, was everything else that I said. So building your portfolio and then going on from there, and contacting maybe other potential clients that will be able to pay. Okay, so well, I hope you enjoyed this video once again, and I'll see you next week with another update. Thank you so much.